This is a model that really requires the integrity to be carried through of the concepts that are being learned. So for our youth workers on the field, when they apply the TCI model with young people, it's important that it is applied correctly and according to training. Cornell University, are the best at what they do. They've come up with this model. We know it's effective. It's a model that Safe Places has been working with for many, many years. There are a lot of other residential care agencies that do it as well. We have used it successfully for a long time. So for me, as long as the model is applied truly and effectively with young people, then we're going to get the sort of outcomes that we need. It's very contextualized, which is important for the field, but it's very contextualized to trauma-informed care, working with children that have come from traumatic backgrounds, and then making sure that we are implementing best practice with the kids that we're working with. So I found that the training with Safe Places was very much specific and targeted towards best outcomes with those kids. Definitely the stress model of crisis has been fairly consistent across both. The only change it's very specific, but the only change to that specific model is that they've indicated baseline is no longer just a flat line. So it's indicating that the kids that we work with, their baselines can look different, and their baselines are wavy instead of just linear. So that's probably one of the big differences. But for me, the most important elements of TCI are how we respond to pain-based behaviours. So how we can effectively work with a young person in crisis whilst maintaining a really positive connection with them. Making sure that the relationships are maintained, and again, making sure that we're working within best practice so that we don't re-traumatize the kids, so that we can safely bring them back down to baseline when they are escalated, and giving them, the end goal is to give them the support that they need throughout those crises, but then to teach them better and more effective ways of responding to those feelings when they come up. So yeah.
I think the most important part of today's course has been being able to share my experiences with my peers and hear their own experiences so that we can navigate the practical application of the TCI7 strategies.
TCI7 was a very interesting experience for myself. Coming into residential work especially, I wanted to feel like I was a competent, upskilled worker going into this work. I feel TCI delivered that very effectively. I found the TCI experience very thorough and very practical. Being able to roll out those techniques and implement the skills across the board.
Condensed everything, I think, actually. It really did find everything that was important about the 6th edition and just gave it to you in a much more digestible version.
Yeah. A lot of role-playing, was one of the trainers described it as developing skills. I enjoyed dropping the ball in a sense and making mistakes in those trainings, but with the intention of being the best possible youth worker when it comes to those situations. So we did role plays with life-based interview questions, how to kind of help de-escalate a situation with a young person, and how we can be more prepared for those situations.
I think the biggest thing that I'm going to apply from TCI7 is going to be avoiding the power struggle when it comes to my young people, and remembering that I have learnt a better way to deal with conflict, so not engaging those power struggles and dropping the rope so that the young people can have more power and control over their lives.
I will apply this on a daily, regular basis through implementing it refreshing myself regularly, having conversations with other colleagues, ensuring that it's discussed quite regularly, checking in with myself and making sure that I'm adhering to those behaviour strategies and that it correlates with the Safe Places values as well.
I think I will be looking to make sure that the outcome of our incidents, we're sitting in the higher phase rather than the no change phase, because I think it's tempting to sit in the no change phase.
So with TCI, it's one of those things where you'll be using pretty much every minute of the day, ensuring that you're in the best situation, your mindset is ready to effectively help these young people.
I definitely feel like the TCI7 is more palatable and easy for workers to be able to digest the information, and I also feel like it's a very welcome refresher and an updated course to best prepare us to work with young people in residential care.
I feel very equipped, I feel very confident and competent. It was a very intensive 4-day training workshop, but very thorough. Yeah.
Good, actually. It's like a refresher, but with a bit more energy to it. Yeah.
Feel great. Can't wait to use these skills, implement them, but then also to use them in my own personal life.
At Safe Places,
Places,
it's all about the young
young people.